Welcome back. You're watching Reporters Diary, and as promised, now into a special discussion on the developments we've been seeing at Deal Street in the month of July. Grant Thornton says the total value of deals made in July this year has been less than the value of deals we've seen in July of 2012 and July of 2012. Lahiri, the partner of transaction advisory services at Grant Thornton, is here to discuss his report. Thanks, Raja, for joining us, CNBC TV 18. First up, how did the numbers stack up, and what were the key factors that you saw driving M&A activity in July?
Yeah, July basically, if you see the first half, it's not been too bad in terms of the overall deal values. Specific to July, we saw $2.3 billion of deals. Private equity was $0.8 billion, and $1.5 billion was M&A. But clearly what we are seeing is overall deal momentum clearly showing signs of slowdown in terms of volumes. But interestingly what we are seeing, there are some large deals that have got struck in this month.
And Raja, that's the trends that we've seen, but tell me, what are the big deals that we actually saw in July 2013?
Key deals, I think the top one I would say was there was a restructuring done by Holcim, close to $585 million. It was more of an internal restructuring though, where Ambuja Cements, Holcim and ACC, pretty much there was internal group restructuring done by where Ambuja is actually going to be a holding company of ACC, and Holcim basically increasing its stake in Ambuja Cements. So there was a pretty large restructuring done. The approvals are still yet to come, but that's a one large one. Second, I would say in the private equity, we saw Flipkart raising $200 million from Naspers and the existing investors. And Blackstone has been very active. They've announced a $100 million plus transaction in the auto component space, is another large deal. In the outbound space, we saw Cipla in the pharmaceutical space picking up the South African asset for more than $200 million, and Eka Software in the IT space picking up an asset in Australia for $20 million. So those were the kind of top deals, if I may say, in July.
So Raja, going by with what you're saying, and if I were to get sector specific, it actually seems the highest traction that we're really seeing is in the cement space and the pharma space.
Yeah, pharma healthcare, I think, it's been a good sector. It's obviously seeing activity and will continue to see activity. Pretty much medical devices are the sector that we believe is going to see some strategic interest as well. Clearly private equity is also pretty much hot on healthcare. So that's a sector to clearly watch out for. And I would say another sector is we are slowly seeing signs of interest from the inbound side, especially from Japan. Sectors like IT, retail, consumer, three sectors I would say pretty much inbound interest is coming up from Japan. So I think some of these would be hopefully sectors to watch out as in the year to come.
Raja, we're completely out of time, so unfortunately we're going to have to leave it at that. So, it seems